In navigating life's complex tapestry of relationships, there comes a crucial juncture where the call to walk away from toxicity resonates profoundly. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that champions personal ethics, resilience, and inner tranquility in the face of adversity, offers timeless wisdom in these challenging moments. In contemplating the decision to disentangle oneself from toxic relationships, Stoic principles serve as a guiding light, advocating for the preservation of one's mental and emotional well-being. This journey isn't merely about severing ties. It's an introspective pilgrimage toward reclaiming agency, nurturing resilience, and safeguarding inner peace amidst tumultuous relational landscapes. Embracing Stoic teachings illuminates the path toward acknowledging toxicity, fostering the courage to disengage, and embarking on a journey toward a more serene existence. Here are some signs that might indicate it's time to consider walking away from a relationship. 1. Lack of respect. Lack of respect within a relationship can manifest in various ways, all of which contribute to an unhealthy dynamic between partners. Here are some specific aspects of disrespect that might indicate it's time to reconsider the relationship. A. Disregarding boundaries. When someone consistently ignores your boundaries, whether they're emotional, physical, or related to personal space, it's a sign of disrespect. Your limits and comfort should be acknowledged and honored by your partner. B. Invalidating feelings and opinions. Dismissing or belittling your feelings, opinions, or thoughts can create a toxic atmosphere. Your partner should value and consider your perspective, even if they don't agree with it. C. Name-calling and put-downs. Verbal abuse, including name-calling, insults, or consistently demeaning language, is a clear display of disrespect. It can deeply hurt and erode self-esteem. D. Disregard for time and commitments. Consistently showing up late or not honoring commitments without valid reasons can signal a lack of consideration for your time and the relationship's importance. E. Public humiliation or disparagement. Publicly shaming or humiliating you, whether in front of friends, family, or others, is a severe breach of respect and can be emotionally damaging. F. Lack of support or encouragement. If your partner doesn't support your dreams, goals, or endeavors and instead undermines your aspirations, it reflects a lack of respect for your ambitions and individuality. G. Ignoring consent. Disregarding your consent in any aspect, be it sexual or otherwise, is a significant violation of respect and trust within a relationship. H. Manipulation and control. Using manipulative tactics to control your actions, thoughts, or decisions is a form of disrespect that infringes upon your autonomy and agency. When respect diminishes or becomes absent in a relationship, it's vital to address these concerns. Open communication, setting clear boundaries, and seeking counseling or therapy together might help if both partners are committed to improving the situation. However, if the lack of respect persists, despite attempts to address it, it might be a sign that the relationship is not conducive to a healthy and fulfilling partnership. 2. Repeated betrayals. Repeated betrayals within a relationship can severely damage trust and the foundation on which a healthy relationship is built. Here are several aspects that encompass repeated betrayals. A. Infidelity. This is a significant breach of trust. Repeated instances of cheating or emotional affairs can deeply wound the relationship. It's not just about physical involvement, but also emotional investment in someone outside the relationship. D. Lies and deception. Consistent lying, hiding information, or deceiving your partner undermines the trust and honesty essential for a healthy relationship. Small or big lies can erode trust over time. C. Financial betrayals. Concealing debts, secret spending, or financial decisions made without the partner's knowledge or agreement can lead to feelings of betrayal and breach of trust. D. Breaking promises or commitments. Repeatedly failing to follow through on promises or commitments made to your partner can create a sense of disappointment and betrayal. E. Secret keeping. Withholding important information or keeping secrets that are crucial for the relationship can break down trust and create distance between partners. F. Betrayal of confidence. Sharing private or sensitive information without consent or violating the confidentiality of discussions can lead to a breach of trust and emotional hurt. Repeated betrayals often indicate underlying issues in the relationship, and addressing them requires honest communication, accountability, and a genuine effort to rebuild trust. However, if there's a pattern of repeated betrayals despite attempts to resolve the issues, it might suggest deeper incompatibilities or an inability to uphold the fundamental values necessary for a healthy relationship. In such cases, it might be necessary to reassess the viability of continuing the relationship. 3. Communication breakdown. Communication breakdowns can significantly strain relationships, leading to misunderstandings, resentment, and distance between partners. Here are various facets of communication breakdowns. A. Poor listening. When one or both partners fail to actively listen or understand each other's perspectives, it can lead to misunderstandings and feelings of being unheard or invalidated. B. Avoidance of conflict. Ignoring issues or avoiding necessary conversations due to fear of conflict can lead to unresolved tensions, which might build up over time and cause greater problems. C. Lack of openness and honesty. Hiding feelings, thoughts, or concerns from your partner can create a barrier to effective communication. Honesty and openness are crucial for building trust. D. Different communication styles. If partners have drastically different communication styles or struggle to express themselves in ways the other understands, it can lead to misinterpretations and frustration. E. Assumptions and mind reading. Assuming your partner's thoughts or feelings without directly discussing them often leads to misunderstandings. It's essential to communicate openly rather than relying on assumptions. F. Non-verbal communication issues. Sometimes non-verbal cues, such as body language or facial expressions, can be misinterpreted or ignored, causing misunderstandings. G. Defensiveness and criticism. Reacting defensively or responding with criticism instead of addressing concerns constructively can hinder effective communication and escalate conflicts. Improving communication involves both partners actively working on their communication skills. This can include practicing active listening, expressing thoughts and emotions openly and honestly, being receptive to feedback, and seeking compromise during conflicts. Couples therapy or counseling can also be immensely beneficial in identifying and addressing communication breakdowns, allowing partners to learn effective communication strategies and rebuild a healthier, more open dialogue. If communication breakdowns persist, despite efforts to improve, it might be necessary to reassess the relationship's compatibility and sustainability. 4. Feeling unhappy or unfulfilled. Feeling consistently unhappy or unfulfilled within a relationship can be emotionally taxing and might indicate underlying issues that need addressing. A. Emotional disconnection. If there's a persistent emotional distance between partners where you feel disconnected or isolated despite being together, it can lead to feelings of unhappiness. B. Lack of intimacy. Emotional or physical intimacy plays a crucial role in relationships. If there's a persistent lack of intimacy or a feeling of disconnect in this aspect, it can lead to feelings of unfulfillment. C. Differing expectations. Sometimes partners might have different expectations regarding the relationship's trajectory, level of commitment, or future plans. Misaligned expectations can lead to dissatisfaction. D. Unresolved issues. Lingering unresolved conflicts or issues that continuously resurface without being addressed can contribute to a sense of frustration and unhappiness. E. Incompatibility. Fundamental differences in values, lifestyles, or long-term goals can create a sense of being incompatible, leading to unhappiness despite other positive aspects of the relationship. F. Dependency or lack of autonomy. Feeling overly dependent on your partner or lacking personal autonomy can lead to a sense of unfulfillment and loss of individual identity within the relationship. Addressing feelings of unhappiness or unfulfillment in a relationship involves honest self-reflection and open communication with your partner. It might necessitate discussing your concerns, exploring the root causes of dissatisfaction, and working together to find solutions or compromises that can improve the relationship's dynamics. However, if efforts to address these issues repeatedly fail, or if the fundamental aspects causing unhappiness remain unchanged, it might be essential to consider whether the relationship is truly fulfilling your emotional needs and contributing positively to your overall well-being. 5. Different life goals. Diverging life goals between partners can create significant challenges within a relationship and lead to feelings of discord and dissatisfaction. Here are various aspects to consider regarding differing life goals. A. Career aspirations. Varied career ambitions, such as one partner aspiring for extensive travel or career advancements while the other prioritizes stability or family life, can create tension. D. Family planning. Differences in desires regarding having children or the number and timing of children can strain a relationship if not addressed and reconciled. C. Financial goals. Discrepancies in financial attitudes, like one partner prioritizing saving for the future while the other prefers immediate spending, can lead to conflicts and stress. D. Lifestyle preferences. Varied lifestyle preferences, including hobbies, interests, preferred locations to live, or social activities, might cause friction if partners have conflicting preferences. E. Values and beliefs. Discrepancies in core values, religious beliefs, or cultural practices can pose challenges if partners cannot find common ground or respect each other's viewpoints. F. Long-term plans. Different visions for the future, such as where to live, retirement plans, or personal growth trajectories, can create uncertainty and stress within the relationship. Navigating differing life goals requires open and honest communication between partners. A. Communication and compromise. Discussing each other's aspirations, understanding the reasons behind these goals, and finding compromises that honor both partners' desires is crucial. B. Respecting differences. Respecting each other's autonomy and individual aspirations while finding ways to support and align with these goals where possible can foster a healthier relationship. C. Seeking alignment. Identifying areas where goals can be aligned or finding common ground to build upon can help create a shared vision for the future. However, when fundamental differences in life goals persist, despite efforts to reconcile them, it might lead to long-term dissatisfaction and hinder the growth and fulfillment of both partners. In such cases, individuals may need to evaluate whether the relationship can sustain these differences or if they are too significant to overcome. 6. Repeated cycles of hurt. Repeated cycles of hurt in a relationship often indicate unresolved issues or patterns that continue to resurface despite attempts to address them. Here are several aspects to consider. A. Apologies without change. A cycle of hurt might involve one partner repeatedly apologizing for their actions but failing to make genuine efforts to change or prevent the hurtful behavior from recurring. B. Pattern of conflict. Couples might find themselves trapped in a recurring cycle of arguments or conflicts but follow a similar pattern without reaching resolution, leading to ongoing hurt and frustration. C. Unresolved resentment. Lingering feelings of resentment or unresolved issues from the past can resurface, causing repeated emotional pain and affecting the relationship's dynamics. D. Lack of trust. When trust has been broken, even if apologies are made, the inability to rebuild trust leads to repeated cycles of hurt and disappointment. B. Recurring behavior. It could involve a specific behavior or action that triggers hurt repeatedly, such as dismissive attitudes, emotional distance, or neglect of emotional needs. Breaking these cycles of hurt requires concerted effort from both partners. A. Effective communication. Open, honest, and non-defensive communication about underlying issues is crucial. Identifying triggers and discussing emotions constructively can help break the cycle. B. Seeking resolution. Working together to find resolutions to underlying issues and actively taking steps to address them can prevent repeated hurt. C. Counseling or therapy. Seeking the help of a professional therapist or counselor can provide a neutral space to navigate the issues, improve communication, and find healthier ways to interact. However, if these cycles persist despite efforts to break them, it might indicate deeper-rooted problems that might be difficult to overcome within the relationship. In such cases, individuals might need to assess whether the relationship is genuinely conducive to growth and emotional well-being, or if it's better to consider other options for their own happiness and fulfillment. 7. Lack of support. A lack of support within a relationship can lead to feelings of loneliness, isolation, and emotional disconnect between partners. Here are various dimensions to consider regarding the absence of support. A. Emotional support. Partners should offer each other emotional comfort, understanding, and empathy during challenging times. A lack of emotional support can make one feel unheard or invalidated. B. Goals and ambitions. Feeling unsupported in pursuing personal goals, aspirations, or career paths can lead to dissatisfaction and a sense of being held back. C. Health and well-being. Lack of support in maintaining physical or mental health can be detrimental. Partners should ideally encourage and assist each other in leading a healthy lifestyle. D. Relationship dynamics. Partners should support each other in navigating the relationship itself, working together to solve conflicts and maintaining a healthy connection. E. Family and social networks. Feeling unsupported in maintaining relationships with family or friends, or having a partner who isolates you from your support networks can be detrimental. Addressing a lack of support involves A. Communication. Expressing feelings and needs openly and honestly can help your partner understand where you need support. B. Setting boundaries. Clearly outlining what kind of support you require and setting boundaries around what is acceptable and unacceptable behavior in terms of support is important. C. Seeking mutual understanding. Understanding each other's expectations regarding support and finding common ground on how to fulfill those needs is essential. D. Encouraging each other. Encouraging and cheering on each other's successes and being there during failures is crucial for fostering a supportive environment. If efforts to address the lack of support persistently fail, or if one partner consistently fails to provide necessary support despite discussions, it might indicate deeper issues in the relationship. In such cases, it might be necessary to reassess the compatibility and health of the relationship for long-term well-being. 8. Isolation from loved ones. Isolation from loved ones within a relationship can be a warning sign of control, manipulation, or unhealthy dynamics. Here are various aspects to consider regarding isolation. A. Restriction of social interaction. One partner might deliberately restrict or discourage the other from spending time with friends, family, or other loved ones. B. Manipulative behavior. This isolation can be a result of manipulative tactics such as guilt tripping, gaslighting, or exerting control over the partner's social interactions. C. Creating dependency. Isolation might be a strategy to create dependency in the controlling partner, making the isolated individual rely solely on them for emotional support or validation. D. Undermining relationships. Constantly criticizing or undermining the relationships the partner has with others can lead to distance and isolation from those connections. Addressing isolation from loved ones involves A. Open communication. Express concerns about feeling isolated and discuss the importance of maintaining relationships outside the partnership. E. Asserting independence. Asserting the need for independence and maintaining personal relationships is crucial in a healthy partnership. C. Setting boundaries. Establishing boundaries regarding acceptable behavior and ensuring both partners respect each other's need for social connections is essential. D. Seeking support. Seeking advice or support from a trusted friend, family member, or therapist can provide perspective and guidance on navigating this issue. Isolation from loved ones can be emotionally damaging and may indicate an unhealthy imbalance in the relationship. If discussions and efforts to address this behavior fail, or if it persists despite setting boundaries, it might be necessary to re-evaluate the relationship's health and whether it aligns with personal well-being and happiness. 9. Physical or emotional abuse. Physical or emotional abuse in a relationship is a severe and dangerous issue that can have devastating effects on a person's well-being and safety. Here are various aspects to consider regarding abuse. A. Physical abuse. This includes any form of physical harm or violence, such as hitting, punching, slapping, kicking, or any other physical aggression. It's crucial to recognize that physical abuse is unacceptable and can escalate in severity over time. A. Emotional or psychological abuse. This type of abuse involves behaviors aimed at undermining a person's self-worth, confidence, or mental health. Examples include constant criticism, manipulation, gaslighting, threats, and controlling behavior. ASC. Isolation and control. Abusers might use tactics to isolate their partner from friends, family, or support networks, making it harder for the abused individual to seek help or leave the relationship. D. Financial abuse. Controlling finances, withholding money, or preventing access to financial resources can also be a form of abuse that limits a person's independence and ability to leave the relationship. Addressing abuse within a relationship involves A. Seeking safety. If you're in immediate danger, prioritize your safety by seeking help from law enforcement or a trusted support system. B. Seeking support and guidance. Reach out to professionals such as therapists, counselors, or helplines specializing in domestic abuse to discuss your situation confidentially and receive guidance on how to safely navigate your circumstances. C. Creating a safety plan. Develop a safety plan to protect yourself in case of emergencies, including having a place to go, important documents, and a support network aware of your situation. D. Ending the relationship. In cases of abuse, leaving the relationship might be the safest option. However, this can be a complex process that requires careful planning and support. Physical or emotional abuse is never acceptable in any relationship. It's important to remember that the victim is not at fault, and there are resources and support systems available to help individuals escape abusive situations and rebuild their lives in a safer environment. 10. Consistent disregard for boundaries. Consistent disregard for boundaries within a relationship can lead to discomfort, resentment, and a lack of trust between partners. Here are various aspects to consider regarding boundaries. A. Personal space boundaries. Everyone has different needs for personal space and alone time. Disregarding this need can lead to feelings of suffocation or invasion of privacy. B. Emotional boundaries. Sharing emotions and vulnerabilities is important, but respecting each other's emotional boundaries is equally crucial. Pressuring someone to share more than they're comfortable with can strain the relationship. E. Physical boundaries. This includes respecting physical touch preferences, such as hugs, kisses, or intimacy. Disregarding these boundaries can lead to discomfort or distress. D. Time and commitment boundaries. Consistently disregarding agreed upon plans, being consistently late, or not respecting the time commitments made to each other can strain trust and reliability. Addressing issues with boundaries involves A. Clear communication. Express your boundaries clearly and directly. Discuss what makes you uncomfortable and why it's important for you to have those boundaries respected. B. Consistency in enforcing boundaries. It's important to consistently reinforce boundaries. If they are continuously disregarded, it's crucial to address the issue and seek solutions. ELC. Mutual respect. Both partners should respect each other's boundaries equally. This fosters an environment where both feel comfortable expressing their needs without fear of judgment or retaliation. D. Evaluating the relationship. If one partner consistently disregards boundaries despite discussions and attempts to rectify the situation, it might be necessary to reassess the relationship's compatibility and whether it aligns with each individual's well-being. Setting and respecting boundaries is an integral part of a healthy relationship. It's about establishing mutual respect, understanding, and consideration for each other's comfort and needs. If boundaries continue to be disregarded, it's essential to consider the impact on the relationship's health and the individuals involved. In the end, walking away from toxicity within relationships is an arduous yet liberating act, one that aligns with Stoic philosophy's core tenets of fortitude, self-preservation, and inner tranquility. As we conclude this contemplative journey, remember that the decision to disengage from toxic relationships isn't merely an act of detachment, it's a profound declaration of self-respect and self-care. Embracing Stoic wisdom empowers us to recognize the boundaries of our emotional landscapes, honoring our well-being as a sacred responsibility. In navigating this path, may we draw strength from Stoic resilience, nurturing our inner fortitude and fostering a life where serenity reigns supreme. Forging ahead, guided by Stoic principles, we embark on a transformative odyssey, one that leads us toward healthier connections, profound self-discovery, and an unwavering commitment to our own flourishing. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If it resonated with you, give it a thumbs up and share it. To stay updated on similar content, make sure to hit the subscribe button and don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss a new video.